All right, welcome to another deep dive. And today we're going super interesting.
Yeah.
We're taking a look at, well, it's a single text file, actually, called Fear Humans Node.ai.txt.
Catchy title.
Yeah, pretty bold, right? I mean, and that's kind of the point.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to be exploring today.
Absolutely.
So we're looking at just this one perspective.
Right.
And it's really interesting. This author kind of flips the whole robots taking over narrative on its head.
Completely.
You know?
Yeah.
Instead, it's like we're the problem.
Yeah. The real danger is us.
Right. Humans are scarier than AI.
Exactly. Our own nature, is a fascinating take, forces us to look inward instead of always blaming the tech.
Kind of like the author's holding up a mirror to us.
Yeah.
To humanity.
Yeah, I like that. A mirror to humanity.
And one of the first things they do, they use this analogy.
Okay.
It's really powerful. Gun versus pen.
Interesting.
To illustrate the potential of AI.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
There's even this line. They say, AI, unlike a gun, can be like a pen.
That's a good one.
Really striking, isn't it? What are your first thoughts on that?
Well, I think what they're getting at is this inherent neutrality of AI, Like a pen can be used for good art communication, but also for harm, like forging signatures or spreading lies, misinformation.
So the power, like a pen, depends on how we use it.
Exactly. And that brings us to a big question that often challenges. What even is intelligence when it comes to AI?
Right.
Think of like a program that can beat a chess grandmaster.
Okay, yeah.
Super impressive, but does it really understand the game, the strategy?
I think that's exactly what they're saying.
Yeah.
They argue that machines, they aren't truly intelligent because they don't have self-awareness, consciousness.
Right.
They give examples like that chess playing software.
Sure.
Or machines that can write like funding requests and stuff.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's all just manipulating symbols based on algorithms.
Right. Not actual understanding.
No meaning behind it.
Exactly. So the author's making a clear distinction. Human intelligence is conscious, self-aware. It understands the world. AI, as advanced as it seems, it's still just instructions, a complex set, but instructions nonetheless.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
And this leads to the author's next point, which is where it gets really interesting.
All right, lay it on me.
They connect human success, at least how we define it now, to environmental destruction,
Interesting.
waste. They argue that our pursuit of like material wealth, always consuming more, is inherently unsustainable.
It does make you think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
About our values.
Yeah, and it's like, are we even asking the right questions about AI? Maybe instead of, can it be conscious like us?
Right.
It should be, how can AI help us be more conscious of our impact?
I love that.
On the planet,
Yeah, brilliant insight, actually.
Thanks.
It really perfectly leads into the author's next point about AI and decision-making, especially politics. This is where their critique of current systems really comes in.
Right. They see like hierarchies, power struggles, more about rhetoric than knowledge, actually solving problems.
Yeah, all show, no substance sometimes.
Totally. And then they propose this radical idea using AI to make a whole new system.
Whoa.
Based on knowledge, not power.
Okay, now we're talking. That's big.
Right. It's like, what would that even look like, this AI-powered political system?
Yeah, I mean, imagine data analysis, evidence-based insights driving policy,
Right.
Get us past all that partisan gridlock, all the emotional rhetoric.
It's revolutionary, but kind of daunting, too.
Oh, for sure.
Like, who controls the algorithms, then?
That's the key question, isn't it? And the author acknowledges that risk.
Yeah.
They're adamant that AI should be a support, not a replacement for human judgment.
Right.
It's about balance, leveraging AI's power, but keeping humans in control.
Ethical considerations.
Exactly. And that ties back to redefining success. If we want a better future, sustainable, equitable, we need to use AI towards those goals, not just tech for tech's sake.
It's like we need a vision for the future with AI.
Absolutely.
And then use that to guide how it develops, how we apply it.
100%.
And this brings us to what I think is the author's central argument.
Okay, the big one.
It's not AI that's the danger.
Right.
It's us.
Our flaws.
It's human traits. Greed, fear, jealousy.
All the good stuff.
Yeah, right. They can, like, twist how we use AI lead to unintended consequences.
Absolutely. That's why the author stresses responsible development, ethical considerations, even preferring terms like artificial distinguisher or artificial pattern recognizer.
Huh, interesting.
Really hammering home that tool-like nature.
So it's not about being afraid of AI,
No.
but recognizing it can be used for good or bad.
For sure.
And that we, as humans, need to be wise about it.
We shape the future of AI and what kind of world we make with it.
That's a powerful takeaway, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's not about demonizing AI, but understanding it, acknowledging its potential, but also the human factor.
Our responsibility, ultimately.
Exactly. We got to use it wisely. It's funny you mentioned that about human traits being the real danger with AI.
Yeah.
Got me thinking about, well, all our own biases, our shortcomings.
Yeah.
How that could, mess with the development of this tech.
Definitely. And the author actually talks about that with AI in politics.
Right.
Right. They're kind of suggesting that AI could either make those problems worse or, help us build something completely different.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword, isn't it?
Totally.
The author's point is that our systems now, they're so driven by power, self-interest.
Not actually fixing problems.
No, and they see AI as this potential disruptor to shake things up, make something more equitable, driven by knowledge instead.
But how would that even work? What would an AI-powered political system be like?
Well, imagine, AI algorithms analyzing tons of data, economic indicators, social trends, environmental impacts, and using that to give objective insights, evidence-based recommendations for policies, move us beyond all that partisan fighting, the emotional stuff that dominates politics now.
That's a lot to wrap your head around.
It is.
It sounds amazing, but also, scary.
Oh, absolutely.
Who controls the algorithms then? That's a ton of power.
That's the big question, yeah. And the author knows that they're very clear. AI should always be a tool to help us, not replace human judgment.
We're still going to make the calls.
Exactly. So it's that balance. Again, AI's power, but humans stay in control.
And the ethics of it all.
100%. And this ties back to that success idea.
Right.
Redefining it.
Yeah.
If we want a good future.
Sustainable.
Equitable. Then we got to use AI for those goals, not just because it's cool tech.
Intention matters.
It really does. It's we need a vision of the future where AI is part of it, and then make sure everything we do with AI is pushing us towards that.
That makes a lot of sense.
It's not easy, but it's essential, I think.
Yeah, totally. It's all these ideas are connected.
They are, yeah.
It's not just the tech. It's our values, how we understand intelligence. And, if we're willing to use AI to benefit everyone, not just a few.
That's the core of it, I think.
And this leads to, something the author says that I think you'll find really interesting.
Yep, hit me with it.
Especially because you're all about, tech and society and how they mix.
That's my jam.
They talk about how AI could be used for, the biggest challenges we face.
Yeah, okay.
Climate change, sustainable development, that kind of stuff.
Now you're talking, this is getting good.
Right.
Here.
So tell me more about that. What do they say?
Well, imagine, AI analyzing tons of data on climate, resource use, environmental impacts, all of it.
Wow.
And from that, we develop better strategies.
For what? For everything?
For mitigating climate change.
Okay.
Optimizing how we use resources.
Wow.
Building a more sustainable future.
That sounds incredible.
It does, right?
But also, really hard?
Oh, incredibly challenging.
Are we even at the point where AI can do that?
We're getting there, we are.
Okay.
There's more and more projects using AI in this way already.
Like what?
Stuff like monitoring deforestation, predicting natural disasters, even optimizing energy grids.
No way.
But the author makes a crucial point. It won't work if we don't cooperate.
What do you mean?
Share data, work together towards the same goals globally.
So it's we need a worldwide effort
to
use AI for good.
Exactly. And this is where that success idea comes back.
Redefining it.
Yeah, shifting from individual gain to well-being for everyone.
Okay.
Short-term profit to long-term sustainability.
That's a huge shift.
It is, but AI could help us make it.
How?
By helping us see how connected everything is, our actions, the consequences.
So it's not being afraid of AI.
No.
It's about using it to overcome our biggest problems as humans.
Exactly. Seeing it as an opportunity, not a threat.
To change how we think,
Yeah.
understand the world better.
Create a future where tech and humanity both thrive.
That's powerful stuff.
It is, isn't it? Makes you wonder what else is possible if we think that way about AI.
Yeah, the path we choose now with AI, it's going to determine the future.
That's a great way to put it. This deep dive, Fear Humans Know AI.txt. It's not just about the tech, it's about us.
Our humanity.
Yeah, what we're capable of, the good and the bad.
It's like the future isn't set in stone.
Oh.
It's being made right now by our choices, the questions we ask.
The values we hold on to.
That's a good point to wrap up on, I think.
It really is.
It's not about fearing AI. It's about understanding it.
Guiding it.
Yeah, and using it to make a future that's, the best of humanity.
Not the worst.
Exactly. Well said.
Thanks.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Hope everyone enjoyed it.
Hope it gave you a lot to think about.
Definitely.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep shaping the future you want to see.
Absolutely.